So exactly right here, we can clearly see that price has taken out the inducement and breaked past this swing point, confirming this one here to be a valid break of structure. Then this means that price will have made a new trading range, which obviously starts from that low and currently ending at that high. We all know the next step after identifying our trading range is obviously marking the inducement, and obviously the inducement is the liquidity resting below or above the recently formed pullback, in that case valid pullback on the range. And since we are in a bullish, like since this is a bullish uh trading range, obviously it will be the low, so it will be below the recently formed valid pullback on the range. So obviously this one here will be our inducement. So that's the next step, obviously, before doing anything, before marking the order flows, before marking the order blocks, we need first to identify the inducement. So actually that's the inducement currently. And then after that, before even tiring yourself to mark the order blocks and the order flows, you just need first to make sure that price will eventually break past the inducement, because if price sweeps the inducement, then this one here will be a valid reversal. Price eventually will, there is a probability that price will eventually make the ultimate reversal after sweeping the inducement, because the inducement is a core liquidity. So actually, before even tiring yourself marking the order flows and the order blocks, first ensure that price has braked past the inducement. And right here, let me run the price. All right, price is heading towards the inducement, and so if price eventually breaks past the inducement, then that will be a confirmed valid. Exactly right here, we can clearly see that price has braked, or in that case this candle has not yet ended. So if price sweeps that inducement, then that will be a valid reversal. And you can clearly see right here, this is any time frame, meaning it can be the 4 hour, it can be the daily, it can be the 1 hour, the 15 minutes. But what you need to have in mind is that the bigger the time frame, the higher the win rate. So actually that's also something that you need to make sure. So actually this now confirms to be a valid swing point. So this one here is a valid swing point, meaning now if price breaks past this high, then this one here will be a confirmed valid break of structure. And as you can see right here, price eventually swept the inducement. It didn't close below the inducement, and since I said the inducement is a core liquidity, if price sweeps the inducement, this means that there is a higher possibility that price will eventually break the structure, or price will eventually make the ultimate reversal without eventually going down to mitigate any order block or any order flow that might be present on the trading range. So price eventually may decide to just make the ultimate move up, or yeah. So actually if you see something like this and this sweep is confirmed, and this sweep is very strong, as you can see price swept the inducement, leaving a wick showcasing that that's a buying momentum. On top of that, this candle closes bullish, so that means that I can take my buy right there and just target a place, like you can see right here there is an order block right there. So if I do right here, there is an order block on top here that might cause price to consolidate at the moment before achieving the external liquidity. So actually I can just target that zone right right there. I can just target my whatsoever right there. If I run price right here, you can clearly see that price is eventually heading towards the external liquidity. Right there, price is eventually going up and up and up. And exactly right there, price achieved towards my take profit, and I secured a risk reward of 2.31. So eventually, someone else would still be looking forward for price to come all the way down to mitigate his or her order block or order flow before he can be targeting towards the external liquidity. But eventually now, as you can see, price is heading towards the external liquidity, and eventually